What is up, my friends, and welcome to another episode of Random 2v2. Today, we're going to continue on our trend of making our teammates and our opponents go insane, and we're going to do that by making mass Mutalisks and Mutalisks only. Now, I do want to add a couple rules to that, just to make sure. I mean, you know, these are usually not super strict anyway. I'm just going to make an absolutely ridiculous amount of Mutalisks, but I make... Yo, that guy sounds like me! Is that what I sound like when I'm gonna make Thors? Like, oh, okay. It doesn't even matter what's gonna go on. That guy is literally me. I will make Mutas. Yeah, so basically, I'm also going to be making a bunch of queens because otherwise we will die early on. I'm actually going to try to not even make Zerglings, so I will try to keep it as strict as possible, but if we have to make links, you know, I don't want to lose the game for my teammate just because I want to be very stubborn. And the other thing that I was thinking of is that if we play against the Protoss and we play against, you know, one of those classic Skytoss players that's going to make mass Phoenixes, I think I might literally cry if I have to make only Mutas. So in that case, I want to be able to make mass Corruptors. So it's pretty much going to be Spire units today. Mass Muta sounds a lot of fun. Was buffed in a recent patch. Also, I know a lot of Zerg players over the, I want to say like last 5 years or so in particular, have been very sad about the state of the Mutalisk, because a lot of people, especially in the esports community, they have the opinion that TVZ in particular was at its best when it was Mutaling Bane against Bio and just non-stop trades and stuff. And in general, the Muta is just a very fun unit. I know a lot of Zerg units tend to be a little bit more on the defensive side. You make defensive roaches, and then you make lurkers, and then you make brood lords, you know. And Mutas are kind of like a break of that. Like, it's a very fast, fun unit that you can harass with. It gives you the momentum back, and today we're going to be trying to make that happen. A little bit of a story here for you guys. I know sometimes you guys think that all my games just go absolutely splendidly. Today, definitely not the case. This is actually my third game today. The reason why you didn't see the other two games is because I played with... And I think, once again, I'm not exaggerating. I know I've called people my worst teammates before, but that was actually my worst teammate. Even worse than the other worst teammates. And the reason why... Because he told me to do a ridiculous strategy, okay? Just like, not ridiculous, just terrible. It wasn't crazy, it was just bad. And I was just like, well, you know, I'm gonna defend what we have to defend, and I'm gonna go for Mutas anyway, because that was the plan. So I start my lair, and then this guy starts insulting me in what I think was Polish, and pulled all of his probes to kill my lair. And we just lost. And we were in a completely fine position. He started insulting me in the chat afterwards. So that was game number one. Game number two was me once again trying to go for the Mutalisk strategy. Got the same teammate and he just left instantly. And it was just... tough start to the day. But it's a good test to our mental strength. So I'm already primed now to play an absolute banger of a game. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. So I'm gonna go for spines. I'm skipping the links to do that, right? Spines are gonna be very useful later on. My teammate's gonna build Thors, and I mean, Thors are awesome. They are really going to suck against an early Zergling attack though, so I'm gonna have to help him out a little bit there. Now, ideally, I just rush to 44 drones as fast as possible. That is, you know, can't really get much better than that. I will defend you, my friend. Wait, is this actually gonna live? Oh, that's my teammate's Reaper. I was like, what the hell was their Reaper attacking? My brain kind of tripped. Wait, it's actually gonna live, I think. He could have used his queen, by the way. Tanks. Well, I don't know if he means the unit. I think he means, you know, thank you. But the unit would also help, that is for sure. Now, ideally, we get a bit of scouting, but I lost it. I think I'm actually gonna go for an Overseer here, yeah. We're sending the Overseer in. Then I'm gonna go for the Spire. It's 345. I'm wondering whether I need extra defenses or not. Like, I could go for a Spore Crawler. The reason why I might not need one is because I already have the lair. So if it's Banshee, which is the thing that I was thinking of initially, we have detection and we have a couple queens already, right? I mean, we don't have detection yet, but we can build it whenever we want. Yeah, I'm gonna make Spores anyway, because it could be BC, I guess, and then I don't want to die to that instantly. BC wouldn't be that good against my opening, but if I don't have a Spore, I would lose a lot of workers, and that's annoying. Okay, so now they know that I have... Okay, there's a baiting nest here. If he doesn't see the Changeling, Roach Warren as well. Okay, I would say this is a pretty nice little scouting trip for me, because I'm happy with what I saw. He just... Oh no, that was for links. Okay, so he's making a lair as well. Is that a fusion core? Armory. Oh, okay. Huh. That's a... I really like that he... Mech. I really like that he pinged that for me, because I would have thought it's a fusion core. Okay. I really like the situation. I'm not gonna lie. You guys might be surprised because you might think mutas are not that good against mech. I actually think mutas are pretty good against mech. It's just you have to play it the right way. Oh, admittedly, my build is not the best for the situation, because if you play mutas against mech, you want a lot of economy, you want to swarm the map. I'm not going to have that. So that is a potential problem. Okay, so he's here already. Let me just let him know that mutas are coming. I can kill all of that, by the way, because they don't have anti-air units, right? I saw a couple of marines there. A couple of marines are not going to be doing that good against it. He's repairing his thing as well. Yo, by the way, Thors would be good enough to break that, which is pretty freaking cool. Okay, let me go kill that for him. Then after this, he's definitely going to be make Thors. Oh, I can actually kill so much here. Yeah, this entire army is dead, right? He can just follow with the Thors as well. Keep in mind, the Zerg can't have units that shoot up. Big weakness of Zerg that a lot of people complain about. Zerg can't have units that shoot up early on. They have queens, but they're slow, right? So I guess they could technically... Yeah, that guy just leaves instantly. Oh, I mean, this game, I'm not making my teammate go insane at all. Wow, look at that. Wait, did I lose anything? Oh, okay, I did lose it. Wait, what was that? I lost an Overlord, and I don't even know what else I lost. I didn't lose a Muta, right? Oh, an Overseer, an Overlord, and an Overseer. So no battle units lost. Okay, I mean, very usual for the show is that we get a first warm-up game. The Zerg didn't have to leave, of course, but the Terran was just entirely dead. 25 workers? Doesn't it look like it's more than 25? It's because he's missing 6 workers over here and 8 on this mineral line. Wow, okay. So they were completely disconnected. Their Zerg was in a good spot, by the way. Like, he had a Hydroden on the way. He had soon to be a saturated 3rd base and a 4th base on the way. If the Terran retreated, waited for, let's say, 1 or 2 Thors, and the Zerg was just able to macro, they would be in a perfectly fine spot. And this is why the teamwork is so important. The Terran strategy was not bad, but they needed to either have the Zerg with him, so they could go on, or he needed to retreat at the right time so he could defend the Zerg who was going for eco. Anyway, for us, it's a nice warm-up game. Let's go to game number 2. Okay, game number 2 is with a Protoss barcode, and we're playing against Braddock. Now, Braddock is an ex-professional in StarCraft 2. I'm not sure when exactly he retired from pro play. I know he still plays in tournaments from now and then, but especially in Wings of Liberty, he was incredibly strong, one of the best Terran players in Europe. And now we're going to have to beat him with mass mutas. Now, he does play mech, usually. And I think that would probably be nicer for me than bio. I mean, based on the last game, we can't really tell, right? Because it was... The guy did an attack by himself. The attack had 2 Marines as anti-air. He lost the attack. He left. His teammate left. There was nothing... I don't think there was anything else to that game. We had some good scouting and stuff, some good communication. That was well done by my teammate, but besides that... yeah, really didn't have... too much to do with the sublime Mutalisks control or anything like that, right? So I guess we'll have to see. And if we're playing against mech, I would actually be quite interested to see how it's going to go. His teammate was Zerg, right? Let me check. Was he... Oh, it's double Terran, actually. Ah, okay. I mean, I do have a Protoss as teammate, which is usually pretty comfortable against Terran. Well, it kind of depends on if they know exactly what they're doing, to be honest. If you're good with Stalkers, you can really keep Terran at bay in just every single way. You know, you can handle every kind of harassment with Stalkers. You can stop any kind of push with Stalkers if, and only if, you stand out on the map. So let's say you're going up against a tank push. What you want to do is you want to stand here with at least 4 Stalkers. You click on a Marine, you walk back, you click on another Marine, etc., all the way until you're back home. And by then you would have shaved enough units to be able to deal with the push. That's how it goes in 1v1, right? Now, if you miss the push, so you can't kite the Marines, or you stand at home, that's when you can run into trouble. So once again, it really depends on if you know what you're doing and if you have good map awareness, good scouting. And sometimes luck can also play a bit of a role, like maybe... you thought he was doing this timing, but then he did a timing that hits 10 seconds earlier, so then you missed the move out. Stuff like that, right? Anything can happen. Okay, I'm gonna go for the double Queen here. I could also go for the instant lair, but yeah, exactly. Going up against double Terran, I probably want to go for the double Queen so I can deal with the Reapers. Looks like they're making a lot of Reapers. I'm gonna make a Spine here, because they're making... Actually, he stopped making a unit. Yeah, I just feel like it could be Mass Reaper. That's why I'm scared. I also, keep in mind, I didn't make any Zerglings here. So I'm gonna have to do some good micro. I can hear the Reaper go there. Oh, that's a Marine, actually. Okay, then I don't have to make this one, I think. Oh, let me transform that into a building real quick. Get this one on the gas, and then I think we should be chilling. Oh, you have to... Oh, actually, my queen killed it. Holy. Not bad. Yeah, let's cancel these as well. And all of a sudden, we are chilling. Now, I'm going to make the lair, even though the Reaper sees it. Something I could have done is just start the lair on the other hatchery, cancel the queen. But for some reason, I went for this approach. And I don't think I lost any drones. Could be wrong on that. I don't think I did. Let me do scouting. Tech lab over here. I'm going to lose one overlord, but it's not that big of a deal, I don't think. Actually, another tech lab over here. Okay, yeah, so this could totally be like double mass cyclones, which... I mean, one cyclone guy I can deal with my mutas if I play well. It's not a given. If I play well, two guys making mass cyclones, all of a sudden I don't know anymore. I'm gonna make 2 spines at the front, mostly just to help out my ally, give him a more comfortable game. Gonna morph this into an overseer if I get the opportunity in a little bit, and then, yeah, we'll see. I'm a little scared, not gonna lie. Double mech is not what I meant when I said mutas would be okay against mech. But I also don't think it would be the worst. Once again, I think I really need my ally to step in here. So, as Protoss, you can make an army that can defend double mass cyclones pretty well. Like, let's say you go for disruptors or immortals with a war prism, so you can just pick up the immortal whenever it gets locked onto. Then you can hold off a little cyclones, I can counterattack, etc. If my teammate does not make an army good enough to deal with 2 cyclone armies, I'm gonna have to come back with the mutas, trade the mutas for cyclones, and then we're in trouble. Now, he did have a decent amount of marines still. Okay, so he is actually going for bio here. That is quite, well, I wouldn't say comfortable because mass marines is also not that easy to go up against with mutas, but I do think it's going to be less snowbally than if they would both play mass cyclones, right? Let's see. You know what? I'm going to make 2 more drones and add 2 more spine crawlers because of that. Just so we're going to be a little safer at the front. I'm going to make a overseer now to make sure we know what blue is doing. Teammate does not have a lot of units. Okay, so he's going to go for Colossi, most likely. I definitely do like that. I think that's going to be super, super good against Bio. That's going to get sniped, but not before we at least get a little bit of scouting. It sucks that we're going to die in Red's base. Would have loved to see Blue as well. He actually has nothing in his main base, by the way, which is pretty crazy, but... I mean, not necessarily bad. They just build everything at the front, but like a Warp Prism in the main, I guess that depot is still going to see it, right? Just feels like the reinforcements are going to have a hard time. Okay, so neither of them really have something in the main. Terran player is more likely going for mech, judging by his base. So I'm going to make 2 spore crawlers in case it is BC. BCs would be... Actually, yeah, okay, that's legitimately good for us, I was about to say, because going Battlecruiser really sucks against Spire. Okay? Because even if you go for Mutas, you don't have to go for Corruptors, by the way. Even if you go for Mutas, the Mutas just kill the BC. Like, it teleports in, and then the BC can't get out anymore, right? Now, look at this awesome start. And even if the BC finishes, you can just kind of fly around and, you know, go to the next base and stuff. It's going to be a lot of workers lost. Yeah, this is beautiful. Really good start here. Okay, so it looks like they want to move... Oh, no, the Marines are still here. It looks like he was going to go for a drop, but then it looked like the medevacs came back to heal the Marines that were still there. Gonna get that one as well. And now I'm going to rally a bunch of workers to the next base. The biggest... Actually, I'm going to do something a little surprising here. I'm going to send these drones ahead to ruin my own economy a little bit, just so I can make drones there. That is the plan. Yeah, so it's safe, right? Like, I think I have enough minerals to make a decent amount of mutas anyway. Good damage so far. Let's let him know. Sometimes the teammates don't pay attention to what you do, right? Okay, so he's counterattacking. Yeah, this is where he shines. That's the thing. This is not where my Mutalisks shine. This is where he shines. I'm going to be doing enough damage. I'm going to be able to pretty much eliminate Blue. If he deals with this attack well, we're going to be super chilling. If he doesn't, we're going to be in trouble. So far, not the best start here. Yeah, Blue really is just entirely freaking dead after this. Like, I know he still has the other base, but that is a crazy amount of damage that he took. Let's see. I guess I can probably get a couple workers from here. So, oh, he never finished that turret. Well, I just assumed he was finished. Look at this. I don't even care about the BC here. I can... Did he just Yamato his own command center? Did I see that correctly? I think he did, right? Like, I mean, on one hand, I hope I saw it wrong because that would be so sad for him. But on the other hand, that's really freaking funny. Okay, I'm going to make more spines. Blue is dead. Okay, just be careful over here. Yo, we can fight this. We can fight this together. Like, we have more than enough Mutas plus Colossus to fight this for sure. Okay, how much does he have? Well, he did only have 1 Colossus there. Okay, he has 2 Colossus now. If he wants to go, I'm down. I'm ready to go. Yeah, exactly. Okay, and then he targets the Marines. I get on top of the siege tanks like this. Yes, perfect. Awesome, Mr. Barcode. Very well done. That was perfectly handled, actually. He was super patient. Waited for my units to catch up. Now I'm gonna go for the counter again, because once again, I am still playing, you know, Mass Mutalisks. And I think that's gonna be the right choice here for sure. Blue should not have that much to defend. If he's not paying attention, he's gonna lose the turret instantly. Yeah, oh, let me make sure to not rally my Mutas to my death. Yeah, blue is just absolutely cooked here. I can probably dive this one as well. He might have... I heard a teleport. Where did the teleport go? Oh, wait, where is it actually? I have no idea. I heard a teleport, right? Oh, they were just down here. Okay, fair enough. Okay, I'm gonna make a couple more. I think I could make some queens as well, actually. I might as well just harass whatever I can harass. If my teammate keeps up well enough with the Red Terran, which in this case is gonna be Brattle, their most likely stronger player here, because once again, ex-professional Starter 2 player. Then I think we're gonna be chilling. There's a medevac over there that I can actually help him with because I have a good amount of mutas at home. So doesn't have to worry about that too much. Okay, well, he recalled. I mean, he didn't have to, but I get it, right? Here we go. Even if he doesn't have blink, I'm gonna be able to get it. Oh, he did have blink. Well, he didn't. Oh my goodness. How fast is that thing? No wonder people complain about Terran, guys. You see how fast that thing is? Oh my goodness. And now we're gonna get some gases up here. And obviously another crap load of spine crawlers. I tried to make a... Oh, I did actually, okay. I was gonna say, I tried to make a hatchery in the bottom right. I'm not sure if it actually went through. Like maybe the drone would have died or something, right? Okay, let's get 1 drone in this base. Then we'll resaturate this base with 1 more drone. And then once again... Actually... I can easily dive up. If he's not paying attention, he's gonna lose them. He might try the Yamato. That's the thing. Is he gonna try the Yamato? Wait, you're... Oh, no, okay. He teleported earlier, so I was like, he could actually lose that BC, both of those BCs because it doesn't have teleport. We still got 1, which is absolutely awesome. Now, I can do something what you always want to do with mutas, and you just pick off reinforcements. This is how Terran dies to mass mutas. You get on top of the production, and they can't really do anything about it. And this is very painful for him. Look at this. He's gonna have to come back. He's gonna have to stim. And then mutas are fast, guys. We can just go over here. That's way too many mutas. He is not going to be able to out-repair that at all. Oh my goodness. The mutas are looking powerful, guys. My teammate is going to jump in as well. I think I'll probably just go for this command center. Best thing I can do. Oh, I don't have a spine crawler or a spore crawler there. That's a bit of a mistake by me. Guess I'll... Oh, it's 2 BCs as well. He did use teleport on them, so I think I'm actually going to go back for those. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna lose a lot of drones, but it's honestly fine. I mean, I have a lot of hatcheries. I think one of those, I don't know how many starports he has, one of those should definitely die. Do I want to lose my drones here? I think I'm gonna use my Mutalisk instead. Okay, I'm just gonna target one of them. Now we're gonna know how many starports he has as well. This one should die then. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so it's 1 starport. I killed the BC. Spore crawlers came up. I had 1. Yeah, exactly. I had 2 extra queens actually. Perfect. Then I'm gonna be able to saturate, rebuild the drones right now, and then we're gonna go across again. Oh, I thought I started that upgrade, but it didn't start. That's a bit unfortunate. Now, let's see. I don't know how many. Which one he teleported on. That's 1 BC that's gonna die instantly. I feel like it's this one somehow. He was repairing that one, right? Yeah, exactly. There we go. Guess I'm gonna go for this one as well. That's a painful Widow Mine that I'm gonna take to the face, but the BCs do die, and that's gonna really knock blue out of the game for a while. Might as well just focus on killing the armory. Red is gonna help him with some Vikings, which is a slight annoyance, but it is going to be all right. Let's see, teammate. Judging by the minimap, he's doing perfectly fine. There's a medevac that he can snipe easily if he wants to. I didn't ping because I necessarily needed him to save that base, but it's actually just a very easy medevac kill for him, I think. It's another... full medevac is 10 supply, by the way. 8 Marines plus a... Oh, the Thor! Yes, we got the Thor and the Vikings. Hoppa, that's beautiful. Love it. Okay. I can kill Marines as well. Okay, he does have 2-2. Don't really want to mess with the 2-2 that much. Now, since he's attacking me, we're going to do the same thing we were doing before, and we are just going to go on the counter-attack. Really, really happy that we got a good teammate here, because I think this would have been brutally difficult if we didn't have such a good teammate, to be honest. Because you can tell, I did need him to match the Red Terran. If he didn't match the Red Terran, we would have been in trouble all this time. But he was matching him perfectly, so I've just eliminated blue for him. There's a PC in my base, which I can definitely just kill with my reinforcements, I think. Let's see, he's gonna win that fight easily. I didn't even really need to look at the numbers. Archon, Charge Colossus is not going to die against Marine Tank. GG is called. And there we go. Beautiful. Mass Mutalisks. This game I'm actually super, super happy with for multiple reasons, okay? First of all, this is the exact kind of game where the Mutalisk is so strong. Like I mentioned, my Protoss teammate, I mean, to be fair, the Blue Terran didn't have anything that added to the push, but the Protoss should always be able to make an army that can at least hold off a Terran push. Like, I'm not necessarily talking about a 1v1 scenario where he gets ahead in 1v1. Like, maybe he sacrifices the base, which is what he did, but he should always be able to hold it with either Stalker Micro or Colossus Micro or Zealot Warpins. And then the Mutalisk can just absolutely wreak havoc on the other side. Like, I did damage to both the Terrans. I killed a lot of workers here. As you can see, my teammate is hard chilling on 77 workers, and they have 57 combined. That is 20 extra, and this was beautiful. Shout out to my teammate. Very happy once again that he was a good one. He helped me. He synced up really well with the Mutalisks. He defended. He didn't complain, which is what we get to see a lot in 2v2 from teammates when they don't like my strategy. So thumbs up for Barcode. If it wasn't a Barcode, we would actually be able to give a real name a shout out, but it is what it is. Let's go to game number 3. Okay, game 3 is with a Protoss player against a Zerg and a Terran. Now we're playing on Emerald City. I think this map is going to be perfect for me to play a little greedier. Now obviously you're going to have to be careful because they can always cheese, especially in 2v2. I know that historically, Zergling Hellion all-ins have been very potent. Now, that is kind of denied by Protoss players being able to make oracles, because the oracle completely counters that. But, like I always say, you can have the right units, but they still need to be in position and used correctly, right? Like, it's not... This looks like a cannon rush, by the way. It's not only about having the right units, but they also need to be placed properly. And having an oracle, managing it well, microing it, energy recharging it at the right time is not always simple. I guess I'm gonna park this one over there, and then this one can go next to the airspace. Now this is gonna be a little funky if... Like, my teammate's gonna cannon rush. What I usually see, and I always critique this, when they cannon rush, they don't do it in the right way, and it gets... Like, what... This is... Come on. I always talk about how you need to wall in your cannons, okay? So what you usually see is that they'll build it like here in the open, at least out of sight. This guy built a pylon next to his CC, thinking that he was gonna get away with it. Now, there could be some other tactic behind this. For example, he could have tried to faking a cannon rush, right? But I could see he has a forge. And in the end, he just made it all for... That was insane to me. Like, building it next to someone's command center is... You're literally being like, please kill this pylon. Come on, man. Please kill it. And then it's like, if you're faking it, makes sense. But he's not even faking it. He made the forge. Okay, so now he's gonna go for another pylon. Did this Zerg... Is that a hatch first? It kind of looks like a regular hatch first, but it's slightly later than mine. I think that is still in the realm of being a regular hatch first. Now he's going to go back to make cannons. The Terran is already going to have a Marine or a Reaper out. Well, okay, so my teammate is at least distracting them, so what I'm going to do is I am going to... Yeah, it's just... You have to wall them in, guys. You can just kill them. He's not even killing the cannons, but he could. But anyway, I'm going to skip the Queen in the main. I can't believe he's making a Spine Crawler. Because my teammate's distracting him, so I'm not going to be bothered by the Reaper. He's going in for... That's on creep. Okay. Dude, this is so funny to me. That he made spines instead of just... Dude, cannon rushes in low leagues are hilarious, I just want to say. This was a very long queue, by the way. Like, my MMR is high, but I saw that my teammate was platinum, I believe. It's so freaking funny to see. Like, he builds a pylon just in their face, and then they can just kill the cannons by attacking with workers, but he's like, oh no. Starts building spine crawlers. Oh, this is good stuff. I like how I timed that with the exact moment that I built a spine crawler of my own. That was good timing by me. There's a couple links coming across. I hope he has anything. Oh, he's gonna make it. Actually, it sounds dumb, but the one Zealot is legitimately enough. That's all I need. As long as he... maybe I can ping it for him, because there's 4 Zerglings and a Reaper. The Zerglings would kill that Spine Crawler, by the way, which is the annoying part. Okay, okay. No, he's making another Zealot. Please make something that... No, he doesn't have a Cyber Core. He's making a cannon over here. Oh, this is crazy. Oh, that was a pretty good grenade, actually. Okay, this is why I needed the Zealot. Well, another Zealot would actually be nice. I'm gonna try and help him with my drones. Nah, this is gonna be okay, actually. Yeah. I have a Spire on the way, by the way, which is pretty freaking crazy. Queens are gonna do perfectly fine here. No worries whatsoever. Just gonna make sure that I pull back the drones that get injured. There we go. A little bit of micro on those drones. We're not gonna lose any... I think we lost a drone early on, but we're not gonna lose any additional ones. And we are officially chilling. Now, my teammate is proxying a cannon. Like, I'm loving this right now. Like, I'm not making fun of him. I'm just really enjoying, like, you know, whenever you watch pro games, it tends to get boring a little bit because they all have like the same pattern and they know exactly how their builds work. But then you go like a little bit down and it just becomes kind of hilarious seeing the different things. I saw this on the minimap. I thought it was going to be like a gateway in a dark shrine or something, but there's just a pylon and a cannon chilling there. And it's not even bad. Like, that cannon is... No, it didn't yet, but that could easily deny a hatchery, you know? It's just a very cool, creative thing to do. I love it. I mean, that's totally something that I could do if I did one of my cannon rush challenges, but it's so funny. I love it, man. This is the good stuff. Okay. So, oh, wait, you know, credit where credit's due, guys. I think that cannon rush... Guys, is it possible that cannon rush got us ahead? Like, that's a very late command center. Did that Terran stop macroing because he was afraid of whatever was going to be built in his base, right? I think it's legit possible. This guy's going to go for a Hydralisk then. Let me ping that. A Queenless? I mean, I imagine he is Queen somewhere else, but for now it looks like it's a Queenless Hydralisk then. 4 mutas in a dream, guys. They're making every... Oh, there's the Queen. Yeah, we did find it. Okay. I mean, he's going to lose every freaking drone in the main base. I didn't expect to be able to do this with 4 mutas, but I guess it's happening. Yeah, I don't want to fight against 2 queens. It's going to be a little bit too painful. Then we snipe this SCV over here, and that was going to fall as well. And then we killed that one. And the Reaper, why not? And now we have found ourselves into, I want to say, an officially winning position here. Now, my biggest worry in this game is that my teammate doesn't build stuff and that we die to this guy making Hydras. I don't know how many minerals he has saved up. So if we do catch him moving out, what we're going to have to do... Yo, look! Actually force his army out of position. What we're going to have to do is make a bunch of spines. Mutas are not terrible against Hydras, to be fair, but he can just make more Hydras than I can make Mutas. I would say, I mean, we did kill 1 million drones just now, right? Like, he lost his entire main base in workers, so maybe that's not entirely true anymore. Now, the Marines are over here. I can kill the medevac as well. There we go. He doesn't have stim on those, I think, so I can just fight these. Let's see, can I do a little bit of micro? Oh, we're not even going to lose a muta there. Pro tip, if you fight against stuff like mutas or phoenixes with Marines, it's easy to think that the Marines are going to dominate anyway, or not in this case, but kill some stuff, but you actually want to click individual mutas or phoenixes. Like, it really makes a pretty big difference. I think he could have killed 2 mutas there instead of what I believe was 0. Okay, so that base dies. I think we're just going to go for +2 attack. Okay, he has a lot of spores. Spores. Oh, I can kill that one. For some reason, it sounded like it was multiple Hydras to me, but I guess they just fire very fast. Yeah, let's take those gases. For now, I think we're completely chilling. I don't think I actually... Yeah, it's not even mining from this gas. I don't think I even have to add the spine crawlers. Terran army moving across would be slightly annoying, but I do still have 3 spines. Yeah, I'm going to bait the queens. Queens are going to die. Yeah, look at that. Beautiful. No transfuses for you. That is 1. That is 2. And the Hydra goes down as well. Might as well kill the Hydra then. And it feels extremely crazy to give credit to, honestly, that abomination of a cannon rush, but I think the cannon rush might have won the game for us, because these guys, they do not have a lot of stuff, let me tell you that, okay? The Terran player, I legitimately think, went for 1-1-1 expand because he was scared. Very typical, by the way. Tip I can give to you guys is, whenever you defend an attack or a cheese, the trick is not to defend it at all costs. The trick is to defend it with as little adaptation as possible. And I mean that very literally. So if you can defend something, even if it feels greedy, you just kind of have to try. If you can defend something by making only 5 less drones, then you want to do that. If you can absolutely annihilate something by making 20 less drones... Did he just kill my unit? Like, I got an attack notification. No, there's no way that happened, right? Did he just kill my... What did he even kill? that looked like a queen, but I don't think I have no idea what happened there. But yeah, if you can defend something, but you make 20 fewer drones than normal, what that means is that you have to crush the attack and then counterattack, because it's very unlikely your opponent sacrificed 20 drones to do whatever attack he's going to do, right? So keep that in mind when you defend stuff. Here, these guys clearly over-defended massively, and now they're just in absolute economic pain over here. Obviously, there's a... Ooh, that's painful for me. There's a little bit of a sizable gap in terms of macro abilities, of course, but still, it's always good to give out tips. One of the things I really enjoy doing, having you guys play your games and understand a little bit better. I find very frequently that people look at a strat. I actually notice this the most when I watch streams and read Twitch chat. What I notice is that there's like a new patch out, right? And people do certain strategies, and then the Terran would win. And then the people would be like, okay, so in this patch, Terran is broken. Like, literally, that's the opinions that you read. And there's, like, no incalculation of all the little things that you can do to make it better, right? Like, if someone defends an attack, once again, you're going to see this a lot. If you pay attention to it now I've mentioned it to you guys are going to notice, right? If someone defends an attack and they crush it, but you notice that they skipped their tech, they made extra gateways, they didn't chrono boost their pros at all, stuff like that, and then defended, not do counter damage, they could indeed not be in a winning position. And if you don't pay attention to those details, you could be like, oh my goodness, they defended it and they're still dying. Terran is actually broken. Or like in this... Okay, that's actually too many Hydras now. Or in this case, Mutalisks are actually broken because, you know, they defended the Canaris and they're still dying. But it's all those little things, as, you know, as well, of course, as macro ability and micro ability and whatnot. I like how my teammate is actually just chilling this game. Have you guys realized he hasn't done anything since the Canaris? But he has more eco than me, by the way. He has 4 saturated bases. He's making his 5th... What is he actually doing here? Triple Forge, Dark Strike. I mean, I dig it. Okay, this Terran army is very small. This Terran army is small because he defended too much, by the way. Like, you can see the Zerg, he didn't defend as hard. Like, he was a little more economically focused than a Terran. So even though I damaged him more, you can tell that the Zerg army is actually significantly bigger. Now, that's my bad. I didn't remember that my teammate's army was there. I'm gonna go in here to snipe the Thor, because Thors are annoying, and then I actually have enough mutas to kill this. When there's no Spore Crawlers, we can just go for it. GG is gonna be called. And this was, yeah, a very comfortable game. Honestly, a bit of a skill gap. Still searching on the same account, by the way, just so you guys know. But sometimes, especially early on in the day, you can be queuing for quite a while. And then you can get a little bit of skill mismatch here. But there you go, 33 mutas in the end. So a very, very funny cannon rush in this game, as well as funny cannon rush defense. Got out a little bit of educational advice there, which I always enjoy to do. But especially in the first 2 games, you could really see the strength of the muta. Well, in the first one, not as much, because they just kind of messed up. But in the second game, you could really see it, and that's the kind of game you want to have when you're playing mutas. But even in this game, honestly, Zerg play can sometimes feel a bit like a drag, you know? Like, you have these units and you need to defend. You need to get a lot of drones up early. You don't want to make too many units early, because then it gets kind of weak. So you end up defending and defending and defending. And then if you manage to defend for the 3rd time, that's when you can start having fun. But if you play Mutalisks, you can actually just fly around, Hoppa attack here and there, and they need to make all these defenses, and if they don't, there's always going to be holes, and the game's getting a little more chaotic. So for me, Muta's a very, very fun unit. If you guys want to have more active and fun games, definitely recommend it. Also a little bit stronger after the buffs, but that's going to be it for today. I hope you guys had a fantastic time. If you did, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all for the next one. Adios.